I'm in the middle of my Saturn return right now, and Saturn during this eclipse season, because why would it be any other time? Saturn's about to cross over my personal Saturn placement for the final time in this return. So because everything is happening at the same time, let me tell you a little bit about what is going on. First and foremost, the first couple passings of Saturn cleared out a bunch of junk. Gross. Thankfully, okay. Right now, Spirit has me transitioning because Saturn is in Pisces. Basically, every single area of my chart that Saturn affects, which is literally all of it, other than my Venus Libra stellium. Everything else, though, Saturn influence. Thank God my Venus stuff was left alone in that capacity, but for now, we'll continue with Saturn. Okay, everything is changing. The way I run my business, my creative schedule, my friends, my lifestyle, my living, my sleep schedule, my relationship with my family, my relationship to literally everything, my health, like all of it. Everything that is not aligned with my purpose is getting cleared out and has been for a very long time. Also, because we are in an eclipse season where there is an Aquarius eclipse, I know I also have 2 Aquarius placements and a Saturn stellium. I got a Capricorn placement too, but for another time. I know that there's something that's about to happen that has been prophesized, prophetic stuff, okay, for years now. Spirit's been telling me about it. They being the spirits on my team, they've been walking me through it. They've been letting me know. They've been preparing me. They've been telling me the stories. They've been telling me the truths. They've been giving me the dream. They've been allowing me to receive stuff, like literally everything that they can do to usher me into this new position. It has been done pretty much, other than the little things that need to still be detailed by the time that I get there. Prophecy is weird though. I can feel that there is a point in my life that I'm about to pass that I'm, first of all, never coming back from. Secondly, though, I don't necessarily have a say in, while simultaneously there are things in my world, not that have really led to this moment, but like, it's just unavoidable. Like there's a point that I'm about to cross that is unavoidable. And because it's Aquarius, I only have the prophecy right now. I do not have the specifics. I don't have the actuality of it. My Saturn exact is in between both of the eclipses. So we're going to have Saturn move into Aries, which is where my Saturn is, on February 14th. We're going to have the Aquarius eclipse February 17th. My Saturn is exact, I think is like 3 or 4 days after that eclipse. And then we go into a Virgo eclipse on March 3rd, as well as a Neptune and Saturn conjunction shortly after that eclipse in Aquarius as well. Not only am I not shaking in my boots, I also feel like everything that I have been doing up until this point has led me into a very strict version of myself. Saturn, restraints, strictness, right? I have so many different boundaries, Mars and Mars ruling, Aries, Saturn related stuff. Boundaries are super heavily important for Saturn and Aries. So I have so many boundaries with myself, and because Saturn rules a majority of my chart, I have boundaries literally everywhere. Oh my God. Sometimes it makes me feel a little bit insane. That's just what it is. But moving back to the story. And then also on top of that, we just moved into Pluto and Aquarius. So we have an entire new era, and I just can feel there's a bubbling to the surface that I haven't breathed the life of yet, that I'm about to witness. And I can feel that it is going to be so serious. It is not going to necessarily be fun. It's something already spun. It's already done. The fates are crossed. I can't undo it. I can't break it. I have to go through it. And it's going to be serious. It's not going to be fun. I can feel that it is not going to be fun. And so because we're headed up to the eclipse energy, because Spirit has me processing a bunch of stuff, if you watch my earlier videos, I'm sort of crashing out a little bit. I'm doing everything I can to not fucking tailspin, right? Keep the car on the road, which I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job of. I can hold it down when it storms, thankfully. Sometimes the storm and me, good friends, okay? Thank the gods. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you to the spirits who allowed that to be. I also can tell that this is something that is going to pass, and then I'm never going to be the same person. I can feel it. So I just feel like I'm twiddling my thumbs, waiting for this prophecy thing. Thankfully, I still feel grounded in like my day-to-day life. Like I don't feel like I'm like losing myself to anything like ungrounded spiritually. I've seen that in myself before. I don't feel that way now, which is good. Like when I was much younger. And I'm grateful I experienced that so that I could understand what that feels like. Also, with no judgment in my heart do I say that, because I do love that version of myself. She was doing everything that she needed to do, right? Yeah. And thankful for her doing everything she needed to do. Also true. I'm also simultaneously, while all of that is going on, very present moment-ish or very near future stuff. I'm also, because it's eclipse time, we have coven work that's coming in. We're about to have the coven's birthday on the eclipse in Aquarius. Crazy. And then we also just completed another coven work recently on the new moon in Capricorn. So Spirit, while all of that is happening, is showing me 20 years in the future, 15 years in the future, a while. I don't know the exact point, but a ways about what to expect or what I'm working towards and what the work that we're doing now as a priestess, as a coven, as everything that, and within my personal world as well. There's a whole bunch of layers. Like I said, Saturn rules basically everything in my chart, so it's a lot of it. Spirit's been showing me what to expect going forward. And I also know that what is about to happen is going to help direct that long-term picture. I'm not receiving these messages and having this prophecy ground simultaneously for no reason. It's very specific. And because I'm coming to the end of that peak of the Saturn return, like Saturn passing my Saturn, I'm closing out my first ever time loop with Saturn. And Saturn is the god of time. So I've cleared out a bunch of the stuff that doesn't need to be with me. Most of it. I think all of it. Can we call all of it? That's a big call, but still, it's been a lot. I've cleared out a lot of that. Got it done. We're good. So I'm interested to see what happens during this Saturn passing my Saturn this time, because I have a feeling it's going to bind up a lot of fates for the coming 30-ish years of the next time loop with Saturn. Also, I'm super excited for Saturn to move back into Aries as someone who has a Saturn in Aries, because Saturn in Pisces, I feel like I'm going bonkers. Get us done with this transit. We're like, what, 10 days? Less than 10 days? Super close. So anyways, that's the update. I've been doing as an astrologer, as someone who studies astrology, teaches it, has clients, practices, etc. I use astrology as a tool in my practice as well. I've been doing a series about my Saturn return and how it's going. So I'll put this video in that series if you want to go watch the other ones. But that's the update. I feel like I'm going bonkers while also understanding that there's a really big reality strictness that's about to pass through my world. And because it's eclipse season and I'm super energetically sensitive, I just feel like I'm going a little, I feel like I'm buzzing. I'm not getting a lot of sleep either, but that's another story for another time. Not in a bad way. Spirit is doing weird things in my world right now. That happens to be one of them. Anyway, gratitude, reverence, and love to you. If you're Saturn in Aries, shout out. Here we go. We're very close to, well, I mean, I'm in the middle because I'm a really, really early degree Saturn in Aries, like 1 degree. So I'm at the very beginning. But for everybody else who has later degrees, kick it into gear. Here we go. We're here. Keep up the brew you do. I will too. And I'll talk to you soon. Also true. Happy eclipsing. May it be as easy for you as possible. And may it be as easy for me as possible, because we're about to go through some crazy changes. Anyways, that's it. I'll talk to you soon.